what is CAVU? And we're going to talk about the core values. CAVU stands for Ceilings and Visibility Unlimited. It is an acronym that we use in aviation. But here at Commercial Pilot in Command, I believe that with the right mindset, the right tools, and the right knowledge, your career as a pilot has no ceiling. And your personal vision has a potential for absolute unlimited possibilities. You need to have a clear vision. Like I was explaining earlier, you need to have clear vision to start out the right way in your career. You've got to be able to take and apply the right tools and the right knowledge to get out there and have a strategy of how you're going to make it happen. So that's why it's called CAVU, because with the right tools and the right ability, there's no ceiling, there's no restricted visibility. It's all on you. Like, you can make this happen, and you have nothing to cloud the vision anymore, because when you graduate, it's all cloudy. Like, oh, what do I do? It's like sitting in an airplane in low visibility, and you're thinking, am I even going to be able to take off today? That fogginess of your career and having commercial pilot's license, getting a job is going to burn off. All right, let's get into the core values. These are the core values that I have for my business, and these are the core values that I want you to know and understand and see, because it's extremely important that you understand why we're doing this. I want you to understand what's the point, because if there's no point, then you're going to feel kind of lost in the courses. So the core values, the first one, pilots are our obsession. Every pilot's career matters. Okay, that is insanely important. This whole thing is about you. This whole thing is focused on you, the pilot. So we're obsessed with your career. We're obsessed with making your career successful. Second one, a pilot's career path is not linear, and it doesn't need to be pretty. Okay? Trust me. It doesn't need to be pretty. All right? You do what you have to do to get the job done. And you don't have to, like, okay, I'm going to go up this career ladder. It doesn't always look that way. That's not really life. It's more like this, right? You're going all over the place. And sometimes you're down here and you take a job over here, and then you take a job over here, and then you get hours over here. And before you know it, you're at the end of this, this journey, and you look at how you got there, and it's just this maze. Okay. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be effective. Number 3, the time that a pilot spends in general aviation is a crucial part of their journey and of ours. I love general aviation. I absolutely love general aviation because you learn and you get so much experience. You fly low and slow, and you see the world, and you learn how to fly like a pilot without autopilot, and you learn how to navigate, and you learn how to do everything a pilot does before you get into a position where you can press buttons and you have a co-pilot and they help you and you have a crew. That is up here. But before you get there, where it's mostly easier, okay, it's not easy, but it's easier, you have to learn how to fly stick and rudder, man. You've got to spend time in your shop, helping change oil on airplanes. I always say real pilots have oil and grease on their hands. And that's how I have come up, and that's what I love and is so passionate about. So that's why it's number 3 on my core values. Number 4, your relationship, or the relationship between the pilot and the airplane, is very, very important. It's monumental, because you have to understand that you're not in a car, and you understand this, you guys are pilots. You're not in a car. Yeah, it kind of goes where you go, but for the most part, it's just gravity holds it there, and as long as you're not going 115 miles per hour around a corner, you're probably not going to crash, right? So with an airplane, if you make a slow, steady pull, you're going to feel it. You're going to move left. You're going to move right. Rudder here, rudder there. There's different things that you have to worry about if you're in a multi-engine, having a critical engine. Like, you guys understand here that you are one with the airplane. I know I sound like some, I don't know, Star Wars Jedi or whatever, but the truth is that You tell the airplane what to do and it does it. It responds to how you tell it to respond. And so you have to establish a very important relationship with that airplane so it does what you tell it to do. Your career is no different. Your career responds to how you tell it to respond. So that's why that is number 4. And then the final core value is the journey to building hours is far more valuable than the destination. What do I mean by this? All the time and experiences and memories that you're going to build along the way are going to shape you into the pilot you will someday become. Everybody wants to graduate and then boom, I want to be an airline pilot. Well, it doesn't work that way. You've got to slowly work your way up, and you've slowly got to, sometimes you hit a plateau and you're stuck here for like 200 or 300 hours and you're like, oh, I just need to get the next job. And you just slowly work your way up. That entire journey is important because someday you'll look back and you'll have no regrets. You'll look back and you'll think to yourself, I accomplished everything. I did amazing things as a pilot. And now I'm a captain at an airline. And if somebody had just handed it to me, it would have not made such an impact. It would have not been so important. It would have been just too easy, right? You didn't earn it. You're going to earn it. By being in general aviation and building hours and building time, you're going to earn it. And it will be glorious one day when you sit there and you think to yourself, geez, I just accomplished so much. I just cannot believe how much I've done, how many things I've seen, how many places I've gone. And then you're going to look back and you'll see another guy behind you trying to do the same thing, and you're going to work with him and help him out or her out. So that is the 5 core values that we've got that I wanted to go through with you so that way you know what this entire academy is built on. This is the foundation.